Good win for us tonight. I thought it was a pretty clean game, for the most part. Error-free, I think, if I'm right on that. And thought our pitchers did a good job of, making them earn everything. They scattered 11 hits as we did, but we were able to minimize a lot. So some good offensive moments, and just really proud of these guys, coming back and winning tonight.
It feels like two of the notable names tonight are guys who are recovering from injuries with Nolan Tucker and Chandler Best. I guess start with Nolan, just knowing that he had to come back from hand surgery, was it?
Yeah, he had a hamate bone injury that they had to surgically remove, and so really excited about him being back, and he's been waiting, and I thought he delivered. I thought he had a great AB in that first inning, and or whatever that was, and made a big defensive play too for us, and to get that slow roller. So glad to have him back.
And then the other, of course, Chandler Best has been coming back, or it seems like he's finding his old self again. I mean, what's it like just to have him finally make his return? What's it been like watching him recover?
Well, first of all, I'm happy for him. He's an unbelievable kid. He's been here a while, and and coming back from an injury, sometimes it takes a little time, more mentally, than physically. But I think both areas now, he's in a good place, and throwing the ball well with a lot of conviction, feels good, and he says, "Give me the ball, I want to pitch," and so that's what you want to hear, and we need that, especially with a few guys out, in that bullpen.
You've talked about kind of challenging a lot of these bullpen pitchers. There's some more people to step up, but I feel like you're probably encouraged that you can build off of some things from tonight.
Absolutely. I thought Drew Druckenmiller was one that he's been waiting patiently. He has the stuff to do it. He just needs to go out there and do it. And I thought tonight, we all saw it. I thought his stuff really played up, and he gave us 2+ innings and did a great job. So really proud to see him do that. And then we have others that when their moment comes, they need to embrace it and be ready to go out there and compete. I'm thinking hard about it, and we'll see. But we'll see where we're at with that. He's in great shape. He takes care of his arm, gets all of his throwing and stuff. So I know he can jump up there and throw strikes as much as we need it.
Can you just give a status of McCarty English and Landon Payne, kind of what's going on in that situation?
Unfortunately for McCarty, he has a stretch fracture in his whole cranium process in his elbow. It's an injury that you could opt to just rest for 4 weeks and let the fracture heal itself, or you have a procedure that you go in there and you reinforce it. You make it even stronger for the future. I think McCarty's got a great future, and talking with him and his family, they probably opted to go ahead and do the procedure, which I think is the right call. So unfortunately, we won't see McCarty again this year, but we wish him the best, a speedy recovery, and come back stronger than ever. And Landon is, Landon had an injury in junior college that he had to have repaired, and we're hoping it's not the same thing. He felt it in the bullpen down in South Alabama. Had a good inning last week against Southeastern. Felt great. And then just the other day, when he was getting loose in the bullpen, he felt something that was hopefully not the same thing, but we're trying to get that evaluated and see where we're at.
For McCarty, is that something you can get a medical red shirt on?
Well, it all depends on the number of innings and the threshold with that. We're checking on that now. We're definitely going to, appeal for that and see if that can happen.
Can you just kind of speak on Matt Russo working his way back into the starting lineup, and then his AB and his defensive routes out there?
Yeah, the times he's been asked to pinch hit and stuff, man, he's put some good swings on it. I love how he's kept himself ready. You see it in practice and all that stuff. And, we thought tonight was a good night to make that move. Billy Butler was dealing with a little bit of a groin hip flexor type deal, so we wanted to, minimize him as much as we can. So put Russo at first, moved Davis to the left field, and just proud of him keeping himself ready. And, that's his job, and it's not always easy, but he's done a great job with that.
Man, it's been a while since you've actually just done an interview, right?
Yeah, it has been.
Can you talk about what just this road has been for you, getting back to recovery? I know you had kind of a shaky start to the year, but it seems like you've found your groove.
Yeah, going through what I went through, Tommy John surgery, was definitely a lot, but I tell everyone I feel like I learned a lot about myself as a person and as a player also, and I think I'm better because of it. And started off a little shaky, but I just kept trusting myself and the coaches and everyone in this program that was behind me, and I'm kind of just achieving now what I want to achieve. So,
what was the plan coming in tonight from the bullpen? Obviously, I had a few depleted arms just from this weekend. What was kind of the plan?
Oh my Yeah, we knew Drew was getting us out of the gate. I didn't really know how far he was going to let him go. I didn't know if he was going 1, 2, 3. It was just, we always kind of play that by ear in midweeks, depending on how the game's going. And then there's a couple of us that start down here, and then based on matchups, that's kind of just how it goes. And I guess I matched up right with their guys in that certain situation, and that's when I knew I was coming in.
Today you touched 93. Can you just kind of talk about your strength and conditioning? Because it seems like not only are you back to your old self, you seem to be better in terms of movement and flow.
Yeah, Coach Mack does all the strength and conditioning for our whole team, and he's probably the best in the country at what he does. And we all believe in his program and do what he tells us to do. And as far as pitching stuff, Coach Oz and Keller Bradford are amazing at mechanical efficiency and all the things that go into it on the baseball side of it. So I feel like those two things together really helped me come back a little bit stronger than before. So,
I mean, I know you guys have had Kobe and Cross, but I think it feels like the staff has been looking for somebody else that they can trust through the bullpen. I know you've given a lot of quality innings here. Can you talk about what you bring, or maybe what you feel like has been missing with this bullpen, and what you kind of bring to that?
I don't know what's really been missing. Maybe just some consistency. We've been kind of down with some injuries and stuff like that. I feel like I can just bring some intensity, some energy, someone that's been here for 5 years to lead some of these younger guys, whether I'm pitching or if I'm just hanging out with them in the dugout. So I like to just go out there and trust my stuff and try to throw strikes and see what happens. So
when did you finally realize or refigure out pitching in a live game for yourself?
It honestly took me a while. So I threw in the fall against some hitters and early in the spring in inter squads, and I'd like to think to myself at that time that I was ready to go because I did that, but it's really a whole different animal getting into a game, especially here at the Pete with the crowd and adrenaline rushing. I kind of had to teach myself how to slow it down again. I feel like early in the year I was kind of rushing through pitches and letting my emotions and adrenaline get the best of me, so kind of had to deal with it like that.
What were some of those things you think you learned throughout this process of your recovery?
Man, I really tell a lot of people I'm really just grateful for being able to play this game. After spending a year out of it, it kind of made me realize that I was not taking it for granted, but it can be taken for granted. So watching my guys play against Tennessee last year and the Auburn Regional, I was there with them in the dugout, but it just didn't feel quite the same because I wasn't out there with them. So being able to be back healthy and me be able to go out there and give everything I got on the field is kind of a surreal feeling.
How did your injury happen? What just happened with all that?
Yeah, it was our first inter squad of, I think I don't even remember which year fall, but I started, it was me and Matt Adams, I think, started our first inter squad. I was in my second or third inning, everything felt great, no pain or anything, and I threw one slider and felt it pop and knew something was wrong and just walked off the field and got it checked out and saw that it was torn, so yeah.
So can you just talk about maybe, you said you've been out of it for a year and now you're coming back. How do you kind of have those conversations with somebody like Matt Adams who's going through a similar season and injury?
Yeah, me and Matt have been roommates for 3 years, so he's one of my best friends and my closest friends, and I'm talking to him every single day. I let him know that, hey, it's not going to feel great every single day. If that's what you're expecting, then you're in for a lot of disappointment. It's not going to feel good a lot of days. You just got to stay the course and just kind of push through it. And I like to think he can come to me for anything about that, and I think he does, and I try to help him the best I can.
Further, what do you say to this very young staff of pitchers as one of the few veterans?
Yeah, I think we got a lot of talent, a lot of room to grow. I think we can be very, very dangerous down this last stretch of the season whenever we really get consistent and find out our pieces, and I think they're going to be really exciting to watch.
Nolan, just talk about being back in the lineup, and it's been kind of a strange start for you at this new program. Can you just kind of talk about what it's all been like for you these first few months?
Yeah, the first few months definitely didn't go how I planned. I messed my hand up a little bit before the season, tried to play through it, and then got to a point where I couldn't play through it anymore, got surgery, and then just worked hard to get back. Training staff, Sven, Trey, Josie, they've really helped me out, taking care of me a lot, wouldn't be back without them. And then my teammates and coaches encouraged me, just kind of got me back to where I am.
So what did you do? Was it just like a progression thing, or?
Yeah, just for probably a month before the season, around then, my hand just really started to hurt to swing, and progressively got worse, and then during the season when I was trying to play through it, it was just every swing was, hurt pretty good. And then we were playing Indiana State, and I took a swing, and after that swing, it was like I couldn't use my hand anymore. And then that's when, we had to go in and do something about it.
So what entails with that surgery? What do you have to, I guess, do?
They pretty much just take you. It was my hamate bone right there. Broke it. They just take it out, stitch you back up, and then it's a pretty quick recovery. I was back in like maybe 4 weeks. So yeah, yep.
So what was it like to finally get the hit here as a Golden Eagle?
No, it was big for me, especially self-belief wise, because start out the year a little rocky. You're out for a little bit. Self-doubt starts coming in a little bit. So just going out there and proving myself that I can still play at this level and still contribute and help the team win. It meant a lot to me.
What did it just feel like just to get that hit, just to see it drop and just RBI double?
It felt good. Like I said, it was, you're out so long. You see the team winning without you, and you want to do something. You want to help the team win. And, just getting back and seeing that I can help the team win, that I can contribute, it felt really good.
Speaking of contributing, not only did you have that RBI double, you had a couple of really clutch defensive plays. Can you just talk about how it feels to hear the crowd roar as soon as you make an out?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's nice. Like I said, it's good to be back out there. My teammates and coach have really prepared me to get back out there, my training staff. So, with them, I was able to get back out there and contribute. It was good.
Did you think that hit had a chance of leaving the park at all?
Yeah, I thought it was close. I knew I hit it hard. I knew it was a little windy. And then I actually heard the crowd kind of go, and I was like, oh my God, I hit a home run. And I saw him throw the ball back in. I was like, oh, I got to start running. But yeah.
How do you end up here? Talk about just transferring how you had to start.
Yeah, definitely. So we played. I was at Valpo last year. We came down here and played. Had a pretty good weekend. The coaches noticed it, and I remember when I left here, I was like, wow, it's a great atmosphere. I can tell they run the program the right way. The fans care a lot. The players care a lot. The coaches care a lot. And when I got in the portal, pretty much as soon as Southern Miss hit me up, I was like, I'm in. That's where I want to go. And then